Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? Welcome back to the Filter Finger Show. Let's just jump right in. Wait. Wrong intro. Hi, welcome back to MDA. My name is Incog, or Avery for short, whichever you prefer. And let's talk about week 3 and week 4 of the MDA, shall we? This week, man, this was certainly a week. Oh boy. First game of the week was the Crawford. Crustles taking a 2-0 set lead over the No More Heroes. Man, you want to talk about a game that could have gone a different entire way? That game 1 is special. I definitely recommend watching it because it really did look like that Knack and Tapu Fini were going to take this one down, but some hacks here and there from a frozen Great Tusk, I believe it was, down to Tapu Fini getting paralyzed and getting fucked over. It was not a great day for Knack. That game 1 is really good. I think everyone should watch it. Even if you maybe don't enjoy hacks as much as the next person, I still think even in spite of that, this could have gone either way, 2-0 or even 2-1. It's just that Gengar made itself known this game and Crawford finally picks up a victory. So, I mean, this was a good game. I mean, Knack definitely was on that, was ahead of the game that first game, but that second game, man, it just... I mean, if you want to talk about really crazy shit, watch that game 2 for that Cradle H Power boost. Y'all be easy with that now, man. That was crazy. I do have to appreciate the fact that this was different. I got to see Cursed Tyranitar for the first time in like ages. Yes, I am old when it comes to Pokemon shit. Shut up. And honestly, it's always satisfying seeing a Gliscor die in one hit. So, tell you what, man, this was a good game, no doubt. Not everything everyone should watch all of these games, but this set was definitely really good. Congratulations to Crawford on their victory, and this is their first win of the season, and they move up to 1 and 2, while unfortunately No More Heroes moves down to 1 and 2. Moving on though, I don't know why I did that. Anyways, 2-0 for the Rage Fist Annihilate over the Orlando Silverbertics, and good God Almighty, this was also a game set that could have gone either way, but I feel like after that first game, that was just like, it could have been the Quiver Dance Rabambi show, and I guess thankfully and unfortunately it was not. Rabambi definitely put in a good chunk of work that first game. I also think that just Archaludon finally not being banned was definitely a great decision, but also could have been worse, could have been better. But this man Primer brought rest on 2 different fucking Pokemon, and one of them, I get it. The other one, I didn't get it. But you know, that's what happens when you have to worry about your own terrain fucking you over, because Tapu Koko's not there. So, I mean, hey, good old Hussein Gudra doing its thing. We almost saw a really good, crazy thing from Celesteal that game too, but things didn't go the way they could have. But even then, I still think Ian played a really great game. This could have gone either way as well, just because Rage is definitely, rolls and crits and RNG will always happen. This could have been, Ian could have won game 1, but that game 2 was pretty solidified once the Celesteal didn't get rid of one of these mons. I forget which one it is, but then it was Draco from Archaludon and Iron Hands, obviously killed it back at the end. And I mean, 2-0 set victory for Rage Fist. The Battle of the Undefeateds is over. Rage Fist moving on to 3-0, while Orlando moves down to 2-1. Still 2 really great teams and a really competitive set here as well. No doubt in my mind that if they were to play again, this could go differently, but it all comes back to how much investment you want to put into fighting this kind of team, man. But good job to Primer for their victory. Next up, we have Malformed Mayhem taking a 2-0 over Kahului, and if you want to talk crazy, you want to talk RNG, yet again a game where that happens. I mean, turn 1, I see a Scarf Pelipper, Weather Ball, Oko, Palmot, and then, you know, after a little bit of time, you see that same Pelipper, crit a Terapagos for like 70% and kill it. You see the burn from Tentacruel earlier on the Sneasler, which made it useless. And I mean, honestly, Sandy bringing in interesting tech with Infestation on their Tentacruel. I also did like Sunny Days on Bazenta from Kahului. But all in all, this could have gone one way or another. You just have to find a way to stop the rain. And unfortunately, While they did have the Sunny Day Zamazenta, it did not last long. And when you don't ban when you don't ban any of the weather setters, it encourages the coach to bring both. So Malformed picked up a really good 2-0 victory, but this was definitely a competitive set as well. I think that this could have gone either way, but the Scarf Pelipper was an excellent choice because, of course, the Palmot will be out first, and it just got doused. I mean, you watch that first game, and then you're like, holy shit, it's on like Donkey Kong in this bitch. And while Kahului did make a switch to Meloetta for game 2, it did not matter, unfortunately, but it happens. But congratulations to Malformed for their 2-0 victory. They move, I'm pretty sure, to 1-2. I could be wrong. I think they're 1-2, while Kahului does move down to 2-1, but still a really good game. And like I said, really good set here as well, too. And, you know, Jugless is still killing things somehow. But hey, it happens. Some people like this mon. Me and my good pals, we do not like this mon. I think Sandy likes it a lot, though. I don't know, it keeps bringing it. Congratulations to Sandy on the 2-0 victory, though. You already know, this game is about the 0-2s. And let me tell you somebody shouldn't be 0-2. Good God Almighty, the stats speak for themselves. I don't even have words. Honestly, it came down to the fact that Roaring Moon just had to start fucking shit up, and it did. And I mean, Vegas put belt to ass with Roaring Moon, and funny enough, if you were to go over and look at the doc and see who's the kill leader, it is now Roaring Moon at 13 kills and 4 deaths. Yeah, that's how crazy good this game was for this team. Yeah, I know. Insane, right? I think this could have gone a different direction maybe, but it really comes back to how the game is played. And unfortunately, this was not the most favorable matchup for your Fiverr, but it is what it is sometimes, man. It is what it is. You can't always... You never know what's going to happen. You can't always just say, oh, it could have gone some way different, because listen, at the end of the day, Cog put belt to ass, and this was a game. These are 2 games, man. This was, holy shit, is it happening? And then you're like, oh shit, it happened, because the game ended. So, and shout out to Indeedy Mail, definitely put up some kills as well on the board. And I mean, you know, it is what it is. Cog gets his first victory of the season, while Fiverr is still searching for their first win of the season. But definitely a good display, and definitely, I think it was like a +10 differential on the set. So Cog definitely earned some really good differential points to keep himself at least a little bit alive in the earliest of playoff race predictions. Congratulations on the 2-0 set victory. Let's move on to the standings, because I'm pretty sure you're all curious, or maybe just like hearing me talk. Anyways, standings are as followed. Rachus and Annihilate move up to 3-0 +19, while Orlando moves down to 2-1 +9. Kahului falls up real closely at 2-1 +7, while the 2-1 and 1-2s are kind of connected. While Sandy is 2-1 +3, Cog is 1-2 +2 off of that crazy display. And then the 1-2s are kind of near each other, but not really. 7 differential, still pretty far apart. Crawford at 1-2 -3. No More Heroes at 1-2 -10. And given the set loss, Fiverr and the Zigzagoon grade are 0-3 -27. It is still an open season, but this week 4 will definitely separate the real from the fake. Or maybe I'm just making shit up. Who knows? I think you knows. Regardless, let's move on to week 4. So, this disappoints me a little, but I ain't even going to talk about it. Listen, I know you see Rillaboom was crossed out, but Rillaboom is completely allowed. When I copy these over and everything, you really get to see the laziness or how much time I put on to a lot of things, and I thought I deleted it earlier, but I did not. This matchup could have had bans, and then they both decided not to ban anything. So pretend Rillaboom is allowed, okay? No More Heroes, Zigzagoon is great. This can be Fiverr's first victory right here. I mean, you quite literally are grass and poison. This is the matchup for you. Nothing got banned, so everything's on the table. Do I think No More Heroes will win? Of course I do. I think this is a great bounce back week. Do I think Fiverr can pull it out? Of course I do. But again, there are things that you kind of have to account for when it comes to this kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, what is very threatening about Zigzagoon's Greats team? The Rillaboom and the Ogerpon connection, Venusaur being decent here and being able to at least get up T-Spikes against a team that, while it does have Fezandipity, it has a lot of grounded mons at least. And all, yes, Tapu Fini has the Misty Terrain. All I'm saying is there's a lot of ideas that can go around here. And I think No More Heroes takes this 2-0. If Fiverr surprises me and wins, hey, listen, that's better for him than anybody else. Because, I mean, with the way this season is going, I don't know. I do predict that this will be a great game for them. They just have to lock it in and be like, yup, let me get this money. Or whatever they be saying. But No More Heroes probably takes this 2-0. I don't expect it to be high differential. I expect it to be definitely a definitely get it in the mud sort of game. But we'll see. With no bans and with literally everything on the table, anything is possible. So No More Heroes 2-0. Next up, we have the Malformed Mayhem versus the Orlando Solar Beartics, and Malformed bans the Archaludon and Orlando bans the Mega Swampert. So we have a week of bans where the bans are basically mods that have been banned before by other teams, of course, not consistently. So first time for everything, we see the Rain Sweeper banned, but you might notice something different. Sandy decided to drop Ogerpon Wellspring and pick up Ludicolo, which, I mean, when one Rain Sweeper gets banned, the other one pops in. So, I mean, is this going to be the Ludicolo game? Maybe, maybe not. Is this finally going to be the Araquanid Slitherwing week? Who knows? I think this will be a close set 2-1 either way. I'm going to put my hope and prayers into Sandy's arms this time. I hate doing that because Sandy is known to disappoint me, but it'd be like that sometimes. You have to trust your friends at least a little bit. And they're both my friends. And I know Ian could just say, fuck it, we ball, and just start going crazy. But I've known Ian for years. That's not happening. So I'm going to say he could do it, but it's not happening like he's just going to go ahead and turn up for any amount of reason. Real niggas work, and real niggas ain't got time for all that shit. So it don't matter. But Sandy should probably take this 2-1. If Ian takes it, I mean, listen, looking at the opposition, I don't know about it, man. I mean, a lot of these mons don't want to take any water attacks, and since Araquanid's obviously coming, you have to be prepared for flying attacks, and that means you have to bring Celesteela, but then you kind of have to be prepared for like Thundurus and other things. It's just far too much to think about unless you just go fuck a wee ball all choice items or something. But hey, man, y'all do what you want. Y'all be easy. Malform 2-1. You know what they say, man. I was gonna make a Lakers in 5 joke here, but I don't like that team. So let's move on. We have the Rage Fist Annihilate versus the Kahului Comb phase. So some transaction here. Let me just pull up my thing here. Pull down my glasses a little bit. Sneasler gets dropped for Porygon 2, which then initiates Mega Lopunny to be the fighting type rather than the normal type on the team. There you go. I don't know why I read it like that. I'm just an idiot. Anyways, Rage Fist banned the Iron Valiant, Kahului banned the Rotom Wash. I'm gonna say it again. I don't understand this ban this time. A Rotom Wash, I guess, sure, why not? Me personally, I'm banning Mega Latios or like Hisuian Goodra after the just body press beatdown we just saw, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, or maybe even Iron Hands, but I've been wrong. I've been very wrong before. This is going to be an intense set. I think 2-1 either way is a really good way to start this conversation, because with the tools at hand, Rage Fist definitely can put belt to ass. I mean, Tapu Koko being free is always a really good reality check, because that mon gets a lot of great moves and definitely a lot of coverage in this matchup. But Kahului is a seasoned veteran, and Komori should be able to put also proverbial belt to ass with Mega Lopunny. But I always say anything is possible, but I literally do mean, will Zamazenta pop out and show niggas, or will I just see another Primer Classic where he decides to have rest on 2 Mons and decide to stall for a little bit until he gets into really good winning position. Believe me, I've known both of these people I've known pretty much almost everybody besides Knack for years and years and years now. So I know how these things can go, and I know it's not surprising when I say that kind of shit, but I'm just saying it can go either way. It really can. With that being said, though, I'm gonna pick Kahului on the hope that we lose an undefeated team. When an undefeated team does really well, it can go one of 2 ways. It can go the DGS way, where he won my league and he went completely undefeated in the, I'm pretty sure, NFA league. Or you can go all the way undefeated to the championship game and lose. It really just depends. But I like both scenarios because it makes for good content. But Kahului probably takes us 2-1. It'll be a very close set. It really comes down to X factors of like Tapu Koko and Iron Hands versus Zamazenta and honestly Porygon 2 at this point. I mean, that thing's going to be a very big and interesting point here. And I guess also Ursaluna. I should mention that Mon, right? But like with everything getting decent coverage for ground typing, you never know. But Kahului 2-1, man. I think this could be good for Komori, but Primer has shown me not to doubt him, and I don't know why I'm not choosing him here, but shh, don't tell nobody. Last game of the week, Crawford versus Vegas. Crawford opted to ban the Meowscarada, and Vegas banned the Mega Aerodactyl. Now, I would just like to say, you are seeing that right. We finally see another reputable ghost type on this squad. I should have faced it the other way so it represents the ghost, and it's gonna bother me, but don't look at it, don't think it, don't say it. And this is really good timing too, honestly. Sorry if you hear my chair, I had to move my headphones. So making sure I have this correct, hold on. Crawford dropped the Rotom for the Mimikyu. And next week, you will see Iron Crown gone from Vegas' side for Iron Boulder. They did enter it basically for the next week. So that's all you need to know about that. But otherwise, yeah, man, this could literally go either way. But I got Crawford in 5, man. I don't know how else to say this, but I do think that both of these teams need a really good win. And since Pantros just got back to winning recently, without Mega Aerodactyl, this game becomes a little bit harder. But if you can neutralize Roaring Moon and honestly just keep Mega Gyarados at bay, easy game. But in reaction to that statement, you would also say, but Roaring Moon is fucked, Avery. Why wouldn't Roaring Moon just win here? Or Z-Celebrate Victini? Or Mega Gyarados after a Dragon Dance? 2 words. Mimikyu, bro. Alright, listen. That was like 3 words, honestly, so fuck off. Mimikyu basically is a really good X Factor here, given the disguise ability, so we're going to test the upper limits of our brains and see what happens this game. Will Mimikyu be the real X Factor for this week, or am I going to see Vegas put belt to ass yet again? I don't think there are any Dark-type multi-hit moves, but there is Tachyon Cutter by Iron Crown. And while this is its final week, it could definitely be a really good final week or an ass final week. So we'll see what happens. But I have Crawford winning 2-1. I think game 1 will be a really great game. I think game 2 will also be decent, but maybe more hacksy. And game 3 will definitely be just belt to ass. But I don't know how it's going to go. Y'all know me, man. I make predictions and I'm wrong half the damn time. So don't even worry about it. Regardless, if Vegas pulls this out and makes Roaring Moon even more of a kill leader, y'all gonna have to get it fucking together. But don't look at me for no advice. Y'all be easy. Regardless, that is the week 3 review and week 4 preview for the MDA. I'm IncogM for short. You guys have been fantastic. And thank you for watching these videos. These videos are not like I'm not obligated, obviously, to update people about my draft league, but I felt like doing this again because it's a very fun idea and it helped me really interact with seeing the progress of this league I've been doing since 2017. Yes, I am old and this Pokemon shit gets serious. Be ready to die behind it. I actually don't, because I don't want you to die. Stay alive. Regardless, join the server if you haven't already. Check out the replays down below. Please, this week was really good. And for next week, check them out then too. Always check out the replays in the description. They're always there. Join the server. Subscribe today if you're new. Join the channel if you like. I don't really have any obligation for you to do it. Besides, videos get published about 12 to 24 hours early. So you get to see FFAs and other videos early. That's it. I kind of have too much of a job and a life to really do anything else currently. But when I do figure it out, you'll be the first ones to know if you join the channel. But thank you for watching, and for me and everybody else here, good night and good luck.